What's going on, guys? It's Cody. Today I'm going to be showing you my Dragonknight build. It's a mana Dragonknight build because many of you asked me to, and why not? So let's first go to what I wear. So right now I'm wearing 2 to 3 Seducer. I say this because I have 3 on my sword and shield. Sword, shield, and my chest piece is 3 pieces, and then when I switch to my Destro staff it's only 2. For the rest, I have 2 engine guardian pieces because I feel like it procs a lot. It's reliable, even though it's only 10% chance. I feel like it procs a shit ton for me, and it gives me a shit ton of health, stamina, or Magicka, whichever one it would be. I run 4 martial knowledge because the spell damage is great, and also it gives me Magicka. I wear shoes, pants, gloves, and sash because in this build you're wearing 2 heavy to be a little bit more tankier, and the 2 heavy pieces give the most armor, which is the chest and the shoulders or the pants. So I just decided to run these 4 instead of the chest of martial knowledge because it's not the best trait, and you can get better traits. And also I wear Nirnhone, which I'll talk about later in this video. So 4 martial, 2 to 3 seducer, and 2 engine guardian. This can be replaced with warlock if you wear the warlock jewelry, but since if you're wearing a undaunted set piece, I'd wear the healer because it's purple and the stats are slightly better and you want the best of it. So the other way around, like I said, is 3 warlock jewelry and warlock head and warlock shoulder, or whatever combination you have, as long as you're wearing 4 martial, 2 to 3 seducer, and then yeah. So I wear, for my traits, I have Nirnhone, Nirnhone, Nirnhone. So the chest, the sword, the shield, and the staff, because as you see, my spell resist is pretty high, and you can pretty much cap it to get 50% reduction if you wear another buff. As a DK, you can wear volatile armor, and what that would do is when you buff up with all your spell resist stuff, minor, this one gives you major and this one gives you minor, you'll be able to get 33, almost 34,000 spell resist, which is 50% spell mitigation. So you'll take 50% less damage from all spells. So, and that's a plus. I have reduction on my jewelry because I want my spells to cost as least as possible. As you can see, my spells don't cost a lot. 1,400 whip. I can spam a lot of magic abilities without running out. For the armor glyphs, I'm just running all Magicka. I have health on this one and stamina on my shield. Everything else is Magicka, and then disease on my sword and Destro staff. Let's jump into my attributes. If you are wearing the glyphs I told you to wear, you should be able to even your stats out with these attributes: 2 in a Magicka, 30 in a health, and 30 in a stamina. And you should be able to pull off stats like 25,000 health, 25,000 mana, and almost 18k stamina. Pretty good stats, pretty versatile. My recovery is also really good. As you see, I have almost 1,100 Magicka recovery and 774 stamina recovery when I buff up with Green Dragon Blood. My health recovery also is increased too. My spell damage is 1572. And my physical resistance is 10k on my sword and shield. So I'm gonna jump into my skills now and my skill rotation. So I run Draw Essence, Flame Lash, Invasion, Reflective Plate, and Burning Talons. The reason I run this morph is because usually when I'm in a big pile or group, I gain the Magicka back, and the other morph doesn't do that much damage, or it gives you the Magicka return. So I like to stick with that. I choose Flame Lash because I'm always CCing people, and I'm always getting that free whip, which is basically 8k damage total if you do get that free whip, and also you get that free heal. I use Invasion because I'm usually stunning people from a long distance, and when they're on the ground, it's easier for me to kill them. I use this because I use Reflective Plate because it gives me the minor ward, gives me more spell resist, stacks up with my Nirnhone. And I use Burning Talons because honestly either morph is good. I just use Burning Talons because I'm trying to have as most flame damage as possible. And then I use Dragonknight Standard. Dragonknight Standard can be switched out with Take Flight. I tend to switch those out, or you can switch them out with Meteor. So on my destro bar, I have efficient purge because it's cheaper. Proximity detonation. Many of you probably don't have this yet because it's further into the assault class and PvP. If you don't have that, your alternative can be I would run eruption. I was thinking about using this. It's the fifth one in Earth and Heart. I'd put that right here. And usually when I'm not running purge, I run this instead. So those are two options you can have if you don't have those PvP skills. I run impulse, which is a fire ring morph. Right here, elemental ring. I use igneous shield and then green dragon blood. Green dragon blood, self-explanatory. It's my only heal pretty much, and this is because of my only shield. And when I use this because it gives me my 30% healing. I usually pop this before I green dragon blood. I'm pretty sure all of you know that. And then shooting star is my ultimate because it's a really good ultimate and it grants you 12 extra ultimate for every enemy hit. I honestly think that's the better morph. Like I said earlier, you can switch it out with take flight if you wish, or another ultimate, or other ultimate. This is just my personal preference. I use tripods and grab every passive you can. I get all the passives. Make sure you to grab your heavy and light armor passives, all the light ones, and then all these heavy ones except for these because you're not running 5 pieces. I'm a werewolf because it's pretty much just a plus. You don't get any cons. You just get 15% stamina regeneration, and all the cons are only if you're in werewolf form, so I don't have to worry about that. Just grab every passive you can. They're all plus and they'll help you in your battles. So with my skill rotation, I usually charge in with invasion. I will go talons, inhale, and then I'll do a couple impulses until my inhale explodes, and then I would repeat that. Of course, I'm going to be adding my wings during combat. You always want to have your wings up. Make sure you're not getting hit with projectiles, and try to take less damage while you're trying to fight. Proximity detonation. I always use this before. I always arm up, as I say, and then I shield charge in. So when you're shield charging in, you're already going to get that free 9k damage right off the bat, along with all your skill rotations. Also with whip, make sure your animation canceling, quicker damage, quicker to kill. So I have 20 into Magician, 17 in Arcanist, 17 in Mooncalf, 9 into Tumbling, 40 into Elemental Expert, 5 into Blessed, 1 into Spell Erosion, 9 into Thaumaturge, 10 into Block Expertise, 13 into Hardy, 13 into Thick Skin, 13 into Elemental Defender, 15 into Bastion, and those are my champion points. So I hope you enjoyed this build video. Hope it works out for you. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.